Thank you and welcome into this video. I would like to take you through the taxation of Airbnbs in Kenya. So I have been receiving a lot of questions regarding this concept. So Airbnb, they are short-term rentals which have become more prevalent in Kenya. And I want to most probably cover Airbnbs which are booked online through online booking or booking.com. So these Airbnb, they are subject, the income from them, the gross amount is subject to withholding tax, which is an advance tax which is deducted by the revenue authority when the payer or the person who is paying for the service has already paid the service. You receive the amount net, the withholding tax of 5% from the booking of the Airbnb. So from that amount, there is something which is also deducted, the 2% tourism levy. This has been introduced, the 2% tourism levy, which supports tourism development and infrastructure. So it has been introduced. So that is the whole concept of the withholding tax, which is subjected to the Airbnbs. So this withholding tax is an advance tax which you pay to the revenue authority. So what does it mean? In case even you'll be filing for your MRI, which is the monthly rental income, you have registered your Airbnb business with the MRI. When filing your monthly rental income, you will have to deduct a withholding tax credit from the amount which you paid as the withholding tax of your Airbnb. I will show you the section where you do the adjustments in case you need to learn more about that. Also, in some scenario, you get that you learn some Airbnbs and they technically resembles the normal rental property. So that means that their income is technically somehow straightforward per month. So in case you are very lucky in that scenario, you can just register fully for MRI and be filing your Airbnb income as the normal monthly rental income, which is technically 7.5 as per 2025, but as per the new finance bill 2025-2026, now you'll be filing the MRI at a rate of 10% of the gross turnover which you made for the rental property. Also, in some scenario, you get to yourself that as you know, MRI is usually taxed in case you have a gross turnover of 24,000 monthly for your rental property, or annually the income originating from your rental property is in between 288,000 and 15 million. So in some scenario where you can treat your Airbnb income and register your property, which is Airbnb, as technically a business. So when you technically register it as a business, is like when you offer other services in your property, like there is a hotel which is offering some drinks and so on and so forth. You can register it as a business, and when you register it as a business, that your Airbnb business, you'll be able to deduct all the expenses and do the return using the normal corporate tax of 30%. Also, additional to that, in case your Airbnb business have an annual gross turnover exceeding 5 million, you can add up and register to charge VAT for the income which is originating from Airbnb and start charging VAT. In case your gross turnover from your Airbnb business exceeds 5 million. Also, to add into that, you can notice in case your Airbnb business income exceeds 15 million, because the sales threshold, as we said, for MRI is between 288,000 to 15 million. So you can get into some scenarios where the income originating from your Airbnb business is exceeding the sales threshold of 15 million. So in case it is exceeding the sales threshold of 15 million, you can register it also as a business and start filing your annual tax return using the 30%, the corporation tax of 30%. And you'll be able also, now that one will not be doing from the gross amount, you'll be deducting any expenses which you incur, like security, agents fee, and so on and so forth, and reduce all the allowable expenses from that property. So, but now when it comes to the normal Airbnbs, because the normal Airbnbs is where we are getting a lot of problems. So the normal Airbnbs is the one which they are booked using the Airbnb or booking.com. those are the ones which are attracting a withholding tax at a rate of 5%. But that withholding tax does not mean it is technically a final tax. You need to pay the remaining tax, and that's why I'm saying when you are doing, in case you have registered for MRI, when registering for MRI, there is a section which you are supposed to adjust the withholding tax credit originating which you already paid as an advance tax to the revenue authority when they did the deduction of the withholding tax. As I usually explain, withholding is an advance tax which you pay to the revenue authority. So that is the concept which I wanted to share with you. So in case you're having Airbnb, you first need to register them either as a separate property, as I usually recommend. You register them as a separate property. Don't register them under your team to avoid a lot of complication. Then you need to register that property again with e-teams, since it is considered that a lot of transaction will be invoiced to you, and so that you can also be able to raise credit notes very easily. And technically that is the concept. And when you are invoiced, the amount of tax can be withheld, which is the withheld amount. Then tourism levy can be deducted and become tax compliant. So that is what I wanted to share with you. Hope I have said some right. In case you have any add-up or recommendation, you can kindly put them in the comment section. But I will make a demonstration showing you how you can adjust the amount of the withholding tax in the KRA portal, so that you can claim for the advance tax which you paid when filing your monthly rental income. So basically, thank you for watching. In case you have any query, you can reach me using the contact in the description. So thank you for watching and have a nice day ahead.